burritos! So, if you guys were wondering about the giant bags under my eyes, I did the thing again. I stayed up till 2 a.m. rewatching the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. I was having withdrawals because I know you guys aren't caught up so you don't know, but the most recent episode of Emma Approved, it was, wow, the ending. So I went on a Lizzie Bennet Diaries binge. So I really can't wait until the next episode. I was gonna talk about LeakyCon today. I filmed a whole video yesterday talking about LeakyCon, but I realized immediately afterwards that I had left out a lot of really important details. So today I made myself a little list that I'm gonna read. And it's all well and good because a lot more exciting stuff happened last night that I need to talk about. As you may be able to tell from the giant suitcase behind me, I have started the college packing process, which is probably why I stayed up so late. I'm just nervous. It's the same thing that happened when I was deciding which college to go to. I couldn't sleep for several weeks and I didn't know why that was happening to me, and then I eventually realized it's because I didn't know what college I was going to, and then once I had committed, I slept like a baby. It's really exciting, but I can't help but feel a little bit of trepidation, and every time I think about the fact that for the next few months, every single toilet I'm going to use will be a public one, the germaphobe inside me dies a little more. LeakyCon. We just went to it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. And it was extremely fun and fulfilling, and the people were so cool. On the first date, we spent 2 hours in line waiting to get registered, only to be told that only open at the closed people were being served at that time because they had to get on their buses and go to the park. So we had to go back home, but it was alright because that night we had the MKTO concert, which was so fun, and Fedor, I'm sure you'll talk more about that, but we had a great view, and it was in the House of Blues, which is a wonderful venue, and I just enjoyed it so much. The next day, we had to get up early so that we could register, and then I just wrote Tumblr Ask Box, because that's basically what I remember from LeakyCon. We did the How Do You LeakyCon panel and stuff, and we did a lot of other panels, but mainly we did Tumblr Ask Boxes, which is where people would submit their questions online on Tumblr, or in the actual lecture hall you would ask a question, and they would have a special guest come out and answer a bunch of questions for 15 minutes, and they would keep rotating, so you would see 3 to 4 special guests per Tumblr Ask Box. That's where we saw the Emma Approved cast so many times. We kept running into them everywhere. They would each come to another cast member's Tumblr Ask Box, so you would know when it was going to be an Emma Approved cast member. And they were just the coolest people. When we went to their Emma Approved panel, we discovered that they're all hilarious. They're so great, and they're so humble and so nice. It was really wonderful to meet them so many times. So here's the exciting part. Last night, I finally found B-Mard, aka James Brent Isaacs, on Twitter, because I couldn't find him on Instagram, and then I just assumed he wasn't a social media person, kind of like Aaron Tveit, you just don't do that. But then I noticed on Twitter that he always replies to people. So I was like, okay, maybe if I mention him in something, he'll reply. So I made a pic stitch of all the times that we took pictures with them, because I have 3 pictures that I took with the Emma Approved cast, and then I tagged all of them, expecting, maybe James Brent Isaacs will respond, but it's not super likely. Within a minute, Dan Hutton had responded to me, and it was so cool. She just said, "Awesome meeting you," little smiley emoticon. And then I was kind of freaking out, and I tried to play it cool, and I was like, "Ditto! You guys are so funny." And then Joanna Sotomura also responded and was like, "It was so lovely seeing you," or something like that. And I was really trying hard to play it cool, and I was like, "You too! You're so cool! I wish you all the best in your career!" And I think I may have accidentally made it seem like the conversation was over. But they favorited everything that I said, both of them, which was so great. And I was really happy about it, and I was squealing about it for hours. Speaking of James Brent Isaacs, he has a YouTube channel. I did not know that. I will put a little link in the doobly-doo to this video that he made reacting to a Marriott fan song that somebody had made, because he's so adorable and his reaction is adorable. And then after the Emma Approved panel, we got to see the first 2 episodes of a new Pemberley Digital show that they're making called Frankenstein MD, and it was really cool, and the cast members seemed really funny. We met a lot of cool people, in line for the Tumblr Ask Box, the first one where they had Maureen Johnson. We met this guy and this girl, and I kept seeing them around everywhere. Waiting in line, we would see them further down the line. And after the hour of awkward, I spent a long time talking to them. And also we got to meet the actors who played Hannah Abbott and Zachariah Smith. That was super cool. It was a little awkward though because I think they felt obligated to talk to us. So they started talking about the Wizarding World, and we hadn't gone to Open It Close, but we lived close enough that we'd been there multiple times. So we discussed how cool it was, and then the guy who played Zachariah Smith was like, yeah, it's so weird, I just played a game of Quidditch. Conversation went on for a little bit, and then you could tell that they wanted to leave, and we were like, we should end the conversation. And we said something like, we should go get dinner, and they were like, yeah, we have somewhere to be. Another really cool panel that we went to was Snape is Not the Hero We Deserve, which basically this guy just sat there and read out this very well-structured essay deconstructing the idea that Snape is a hero or even a good person, because he's really not. And it was perfect. Another really great panel we went to was the Leading as a Lady panel, where like M.K. Wiles and Elena Huffman and Amber Benson and Joanna Sotomura and a lot of people were there, and it was really great. And you know I'm an intense feminist, so that was such a fun panel to go to.